player personnel Brian Krugel, and the newly signed Homegrown Sam Bassett. We'll start off with opening remarks from each. You can open up the Q&A. Brian.
Thanks, Emilio. ¿Cómo es tu español?
No.
1-0 to Cole. These days are awesome for us. It's not only the energy around the building because it's the first day of school, as I think Brian said earlier, but it's also another homegrown announcement, and that's really, really cool for us. And when we go into a day and when you get to watch, George and Amy and Maya join Cole and just the pure joy that a family can experience together in this, it makes it that much more special. So a big day for us as a club, clearly a big day for Sam. But I'm going to start with a really pointed statement here. We did not sign Cole Bassett's brother. We signed a homegrown player in Sam Bassett that has earned the right to be a homegrown player here. Sam is a player that had his own journey. He has his own strengths, and he's got his own resilient moments that have led him to this. And we're really excited about Sam signing as a homegrown player. I think like a lot of players, he came through the Colorado youth system and had influences through the youth clubs in the area. He came to our academy where we were really excited about his progress there, kind of the tools he developed and his ability to get on the radar of the club and be a player that we knew we were going to be tracking for a long time. And Sam made a really, really good decision at the end of that, where he decided to enroll at the University of Denver. And everybody's pathway is a little bit different. When Sam got there, my guess is if you ask Sam, maybe if you ask Jamie, he had days that weren't exactly what he expected those days to be. And that's part of the journey. And he worked his way through that. And when you earn the tag of homegrown, you got to be talented. You have to have a real desire to be successful, but you also have to be resilient and bought into the process. And I think Sam's been able to prove that he's bought into that process, and he's been able to ride with the waves of that process to put him in a situation where not only did he build on his strengths, he became one of the best attacking players in college soccer this year and over the last few years, to be honest. And with that, he didn't just focus on himself. He brought a team with him. And that team, while Sam is going on and being a finalist for the Herman Trophy, his team was led into the Final Four for the NCAA. And that's quite an accomplishment when you can help the team and still accomplish your individual goals. So what a fantastic journey he had there. And Jamie Franks and his staff are here today. And I want to acknowledge what they did, not only in Sam's pathway, but the joy they brought to our soccer community with the success they had. So congratulations to you guys as you go there. I don't want to take away from his day, but it's definitely worth mentioning there. We doubled down on our drive to youth in the offseason here. We had a massive draft, and we brought in a lot of guys in this age group that we believe have a ton of upside. You heard Coach Armas talk about that a little while ago. And I think the cornerstone of this class is going to be Sam Bassett on a homegrown contract. So we're tremendously excited about the starting point for Sam, what he's going to be able to contribute to our club, how he elevates our roster, and kind of being a part of a really exciting young class of players. We had the youngest team in the Western Conference last year. We're younger, and we're more talented coming out of the offseason, so pretty exciting. So honestly, with that, I would like to present to you our newest homegrown player, Sam Bassett. You get to talk now.
Yeah, just wanted to thank you all for coming out for this day. Like Cole said, it's definitely a bigger audience than what he had, but
1-1.
But yeah, really excited to be able to sign a homegrown with the club I grew up playing with. It's been a dream of mine. It's been a dream to of Cole and ours to be able to share the field together. So we can't wait for that day. And just wanted to thank some people here. Obviously, my family, who's helped me get to this point. The University of Denver staff for the last 3.5 years. I don't know if I would be where I am today without them. And the Rapids Academy staff, can't thank them enough as well. All these people turned me from a young boy to sort of an adult, I would say. But yeah, and thank you to Porg and Chris for giving me, and Brian for giving me this chance to be able to sign with the first team. So yeah, I'm really excited, and thank you all for being here.
Redner for the Denver Post. Sam, you waited long. Feel real yet? Just what it's on.
We were kind of talking about this in the car on the way here. I don't know if it feels fully real yet, but yeah, really looking forward to preseason, getting with the group out on the field, and then obviously really looking forward to be able to play in the stadium in front of all my family and friends.
Hey, Sam, nice to meet you. Your brother about me, he'll say one or two nice things, I hope. Everyone here in the media has been watching you for some time at DU, and I'm sure anyone who works for the club has been watching you going back at least 5+ years in the academy. But for the uninitiated or for the Rapids fan who maybe only started watching you that game against Vermont, help us understand your style of play and ways in which you, as Brian clearly said, you're not just Cole's little brother.
Yeah, I think we do definitely share a lot of qualities, but there are some differences. We both do play that more box to box, even though at Denver I played a little higher, closer to the goal. Yeah, I love playing the final pass. I love playing in second balls, second line shots, anything in and around the goal. I love to think that I think a bit differently and I'm pretty creative, but I also do like to run just as much as he does. So there are some similarities, but definitely some differences, and hopefully we'll be able to share the field together if he'll hold for me.
Who wins the beep test right now?
Who wins the beep
Who wins
test?
the beep test if you win it right
I think it's on Monday, but I think I might have him.
Hi, Keith Richards, Team MBS Media. Sam, you come into a team that had a lot of homegrown success last season with Sam Vines, Darren, Ollie, Cole. Does it give you a little bit more nervousness to know that you're coming into that, or a little bit more confidence knowing that the team puts homegrown players in positions to perform well?
Yeah, I think a lot of confidence. They paved a really good path for me, and you can see that the staff is really willing to play young guys, and they really do like what young guys did. I mean, Ollie and Cole were in the midfield for a lot of the game, so it is really cool to see, and it gives me confidence that as long as I put in the work and do the stuff off the field, that I will get my chance.
Hey, Sam, Dwayne Brown, DMVR. Is there a memory or a piece of advice from training together and growing up together with Cole that you've just kept with you as you've gotten to this point, or that you'll continue to keep with you as now you're moving into the pros?
I don't know if it's necessarily a piece of advice, but there's just a lot of memories of us training together, especially U15 Rapids Academy. I think it was basically every single day me and him would stay after, just knowing like I didn't start at the start of my U15 year, and I wasn't happy about that, but we wanted to make a change. So I just knew that we were always going to be the hardest workers. So as long as we put in the work, during COVID, we were out there every single day together. So I think those are the biggest memories I remember.
Sam, Chris Tavares, 9 News. What are some of the pressures that come with being an area kid, having a brother already on the team, and kind of all this hype and excitement surrounding you and what you did at DU and the playoff runs and all that? What are some of the pressures that you feel now in this role?
I wouldn't say there's should be really any pressure with, I guess, having the same last name that he's built here at the club. Just kind of we have the same mentality, and we like to say that we hate losing, love winning. We really just want to win trophies, win games for the club. So I don't know if there really is any pressure put on the shoulders, but I really know that this is the first step, but there's still a long way to go.
Sam, I assume you knew a few of the guys before you signed. Has anyone reached out and offered advice, said hi or anything?
Yeah, I did know a bunch of them coming in. I knew a lot of the former guys too, just playing pickup with them in the off season. But no, I don't know if anyone's given me advice yet, but I got to see them like an hour ago, a few of them down in the locker room, and then I've seen Georgie a couple times. So yeah, it's been good to meet the guys.
Sam, Pat Radigan, footy at 5280. I'm a Sioux Falls, South Dakota native, so I have nothing but the utmost respect for the Summit League and these themed institutions in that conference. However, you're now preparing for when the curtain comes up to be facing off against World Cup winners, against Barcelona graduates, against players who are playing in the Champions League in recent years. Just for you as somebody who's obviously gone through different levels of competition to now mentally be taking on this task. Where's your head at, and just how excited are you to test yourself at this level?
Yeah, I think after the 3.5 years at Denver, I was ready for a new challenge, and coming into the league with how much it's grown and seeing all those players who are on Miami and the LAs, it's people you grew up watching and you always dreamed of playing against them. So not really scared to play against them, but would really look forward to playing against those guys. And ultimately, I think we have a team here who can beat any of those teams. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Brian, you should get a question.
No, I'm happy right here. Thanks.
We've been
Coffee,
talking,
maybe.
you and me, I think even going back 6 years, maybe when Ollie would have signed with the club, about the club's really personal touch of the individual player pathway that they have, and whether that's now the Next Pro, which exists, or coming directly into the first team, or the college path. How's that evolved, and what does it say about what the academy has done that Cole can step into the first team, sign, and then play as a first year, and then Sam can have his academic and his college soccer experience, and then now still come and join and be potentially a first team contributor as a rookie? Thank you.
Yeah, I think the recognition when you're good at youth development, which I think we're working into that role. Our academy staff does a tremendous job, and we've had a lot of evolution on that staff, but we've had a ton of consistency in the way we've approached player development in this club, and that starts with support all the way from the top of our club all the way through. It's part of our ethos. And so when you have that, then you start looking at the individual and what the needs of the individual are. And then you have to then provide them with that opportunity. So whether it be playing up a year in the academy, or in some cases even playing down at times, they allow us to have late developing player stuff. The individual and the needs of the individual can get addressed because we've built out a system that allows for that. That college space for a while for us was very difficult. And actually, Sam got caught in that, where the age group ended, but his journey wasn't quite. So that was a great decision for him to go on that. But that's part of what we do, and that's part of the monitoring process. He came back in summers and trained with our second team at times, was always a part of the conversation. So throughout with all these players, I think being able to take a really individualistic look at that clearly in a team environment and see which tool we need to use for which player is a key to success here.
Sam, I saw Jamie in the back somewhere. Just what were the conversations like with him after you signed, and how cool was it to see Ian and Ronan get picked in the draft as well?
Yeah, I went out to St. Louis for the Matt Kerman thing, so that's where I got to talk to Jamie about it. Just really excited to be able to stay home and for them to be able to come and watch me, but just to keep the relationship that we've had for the last 3.5 years pretty similar, because I've leaned on him a lot at DU, and I've gotten to be the player in person that I am. And then on the Ronan and Ian thing, I was just in Miami with them the past two days. And just really looking forward to see what they can do. I mean, we obviously had such a strong team at DU, and they're top players. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do.
He was in Miami at the rookie symposium to clarify any rumors that are about to go out.
Sam, how would you describe your relationship with your brother? Is it more best friends? Is it like a father figure? How would you describe your relationship, and how do you think that can change now that you guys are both on the same team as pro soccer players?
I would say more like best friends. Yeah, share a lot with each other. Go over game film a lot in the tournament when we were playing. We would go home, watch some games. He could tell me what I'm missing a little bit. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's father figure like.
Sam, Sydney Cohn with the Rapids digital team. What are your thoughts on being coached by someone like Chris Armas, who's obviously got, so many accomplishments under his belt on his own as a player and a coach? Your thoughts on being coached by him, and maybe the influence of anything your brother might have told you about him already?
Yeah, I think just from watching all their games last year, it's a really exciting style, fast paced, and I really look forward to it. Being a guy who doesn't mind running a lot, pressing a lot, and then playing forward as fast as you can, running forward and scoring quick goals. There's definitely some things that Cole's told me that I need to add, being more of a lower midfielder. So looking forward to that, and yeah, he's been someone that I've known for a while. Just watching him as an old time player, so he kind of played sort of a similar role, but he was more of a defender. So I'll definitely take a lot from him.
Hey Sam, just kind of following up on that question from
all time or old time?
Old time, both.
His hearing's going, so just play it off.
Just following up on that question from Sydney a little. You're coming into a midfield that has a lot of pretty good players already: Cole, Georgie, Connor, Ollie. Is there something that you think that you can bring to enhance that midfield with a lot of good players already there?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of competition, but I think I'm kind of that person in the final third that does like to play more final passes and be able to play guys like Georgie and Cole to get a shot, and then also be able, with my striking ability, to score goals. So I look to add that, but there's definitely some stuff on the defensive side that I'd like to add to my game to be more of a well-rounded player.
We'll move to our final question.
What an honor. Brian, what does it look like? How meaningful is it outward facing to MLS, and more importantly to the community, to be able to say that this club's academy and development program now has 2 homegrown brothers that have signed first team contracts?
I think we're unbelievably proud overall of our academy, the player development system that we've been able to assemble over what's been a long haul to get to that point. And when you start adding pieces like Sam and adding that to Cole, that the community connection, the family connection, the ability to it is a connection. Connection's the right word probably, because I think they know the culture of the club. They know, Sam would have had some heads up about what he's getting himself into here, and we know exactly what we're getting in that. And that's a massive benefit of having a very strong youth development program. I don't want to even speak to anybody else in the league, or on behalf of or about anybody else in the league. It's all about what we believe is right, how we want to build our roster overall. And, it's a tool that we've been able to, I think, effectively use to build a competitive roster that will help us challenge for trophies. So that's the way I'd see it.
We will conclude the press conference portion of today's events. Media who would like to stick around for photo opportunities, we'll escort you down to Brand Cave, and we'll begin with Sam's immediate family. Thank you for attending.